Oil was up on Thursday, having gained 1% in the early trade. Investors evaluate the bullish data on crude inventories in the US. The risk sentiment improved after the Fed's policy meeting. Meanwhile, the ruble as well as other emerging market currencies opened the session considerably higher against the US dollar, so the Russian currency has finally crossed the mark of 73. By 3.1 million barrels last week, far exceeding analysts' expectations. Experts predicted a drop by just 1.9 million barrels. Besides, production volumes in the US have decreased for the reported period for the first time since October. Amid this news, oil bulls have developed a strong upward movement and managed to push the quotes to new highs. Thus, Brent oil futures for February were trading at $51.70 per barrel, while the WTI contract with the nearest expiration settled at $48.50 per barrel. Both benchmarks gained 1.5% in the morning trade after hitting their highest levels since early March on Wednesday. Given the fundamental factors and the overall market sentiment, oil prices may continue to rise today. A weaker US dollar is another reason to boost oil prices. In addition, the signs of progress in the US stimulus talks support the oil market. On Wednesday, US lawmakers edged closer to an agreement on a $900 billion relief package. Markets hope to see a quick recovery of fuel demand as soon as the mass vaccination program is launched across the world. Investors also evaluate the results of the US Federal Reserve meeting. In general, the Fed did not surprise the markets, although it hinted at a possible easing of the monetary policy. Fed's Chair Jerome Powell stressed that the US economy needs more stimulus measures. This statement improved risk appetite. The background is positive today, which is favorable for long positions on the ruble. The Russian currency also benefits from higher oil prices. The oil's rally is largely associated with the bullish industry data on oil supplies and expectations of an increase in fuel demand. However, it seems that the main reason is the devaluation of the US dollar. Besides, the US stock market is also running out of steam. Investors might want to take profit by the end of the year, while the market may enter a sideways channel. Meanwhile, we observe a strong uptrend. The increased risk appetite, rising oil prices and the weak US dollar helped the ruble reach its target. As a result, the dollar-ruble pair has broken below the level of 73. If the US dollar settles firmly below this mark, it will indicate the continuation of the downtrend. In this case, the next target for the ruble is seen at the level of 70 against the dollar. At the same time, any new geopolitical tensions or a worsening background may push the ruble lower. Today, President of Russia Vladimir Putin is expected to hold an online conference. As a rule, the ruble usually strengthens ahead of this event. That's all for now. Thanks for watching and stay tuned.